Hello everyone, this is MrJerkbird here. Oh gosh. So yeah, that's how Husky starts his video. Everyone knows Husky. I figure if it's not if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So this will be my first cast ever, and basically what we're doing here is I'm going to be casting the only replays I have, since I don't really have a huge fan base at the moment, and that would be my own replays. So this will be a journey through the bronze ladder as I remember how to play this game and hopefully work my way up higher than where I am now. So this is one of my earlier bronze games, and I guess we'll just dive right into it. So bottom right corner playing Zerg, we've got the red Zerg, that would be me, MrJerkbird. At the top, well, I can't even call it bottom right, it's like bottom center right here. And at the top we've got blue Protoss, it'll be Balocus, something like that. Anyways, so we'll just dive right into this, sending off the probes to work there. Got the typical good luck, have funs, building drones. Not really sure, I don't really remember how this replay ends, so we'll just have to see what happens there. So do not be fooled by my name just because it says MrJerkbird. I am in fact a very nice person. Story behind that, I just decided this nefarious Jake Bird was some mythological creature me and my friends made up in high school, and then one of my friends beefed up, like had a slip of the tongue and decided to call me Jerkbird instead of Jake Bird, and then Jerkbird just kind of stuck ever since. So going to be joining up, looks like we've got the Overlord happening here, got a pylon going down there, typical stuff. He is chrono boosting his probes, and he doesn't have the rally point set. Oh, that's going to set him back. And double probes there. Hey guys, just hanging out. Just hanging out. This guy's just hanging out. I'm sure he'll send those to work eventually. Get the gateway going, but don't send those probes to work. No worries. Overlord working his way across the map. And just drones, that's all I got going. Looks like I changed my mind on which extractor I decided to pick. I have no idea why. Anyways, so that looked like a 12, 13, so kind of an early extractor. I mean, typically you'd see 14, 14. It's a pretty safe standard build. It's something I tried to follow and stick with, but didn't really happen too much. Anyways, got the spawning pool going down shortly after. Hopefully I think to send drones into gas. Come on, you got the extractor up, send them into the gas. Oh, come on. You can do it, drones. There's so many of you. There's at least 3 of you here. None of you are mining gas. That Zerg speed's gonna come out slow. I must be just like watching this drone scout come along or something. Anyways, we do have a forge coming on the way. I scout this, I'm pretty sure I do. Here it comes. Scouting it. Okay, and there's the cyber core. So I see the forge. I know there's a forge. There's no gas, so that's a lot of minerals. He did finally send those probes to work, so that's good. These guys just hanging out. Hey, how's it going, man? Like, you come here often? Oh, love that. Just kidding. So anyways, a lot of clicking going on here. Let's see, there we go, APM. Clicking this drone like crazy, got that 100 APM going down. So got the gas going, get a couple lings out, got my queen just now finishing, so that's good. Trying to get more lings out, is that what's happening here? Yep, sure is. Just kind of spreading these guys out. The probe gonna chase the drone all the way back to scout. So anyways, I saw the forge, so I was kind of worried about a cannon rush, maybe, but I don't think I really reacted to anything. Got the roach worn down. I suppose roaches would be a safe way to deal with a cannon rush, but it wouldn't even be a cannon rush. Well, I guess it's, I don't know, 4.5 minutes. I suppose it'd be okay. So anyways, just droning up. I didn't see anything too scary. The forge would definitely delay gateway units for sure, especially since he's got that cannon down. So he's walled himself in. So with Zerg, I suppose that's okay. But now this Zealot's like, man, what am I doing here? I got stuck behind this wall. Nothing gonna happen here. So sending this Zergling out to kill this probe, hopefully It doesn't have Zerg speed. Do I have it in the weight making? Yep, do have it finally going. I did expand, so I'm doing okay. Gonna be supply locked here for sure, though. Okay, there goes another overlord. We're good. Nothing too unusual, just I guess, other than the fact that this is taking forever. A lot of Ling's gonna take him out. He's probably thinking like, oh my gosh, that's so many Zerglings. What am I gonna do with myself? I have no idea what's happening. So definitely what you would want to do. You see all those Lings kill your probe. Obviously, we react with a Twilight Council. That's definitely the way to go. Robo's actually a good idea. He's kind of one gateway Robo. I don't really know too much about Protoss builds, so I'm not too sure. But he's probably thinking, like, look at all those Zerglings. I need a Colossus now. So, so that's happening. Looks like I did get my second queen out. Moved my first one down to the natural. That's good. This hatchery is almost up. Going to start getting more drones and drones and drones and transfer some down. Still, like, not really any units. I do have a substantial supply lead, and that is just drones. That's all drones. There's Lings here and 2 queens, I suppose. But I'm doing good, doing well, surviving. So we got the Robo done. DTs, got the Dark Shrine coming down. I do not remember seeing any DTs in this game. Warp Prism, okay, so he is gonna give his units a chance to pop into that Warp Prism and fly on out of their little wall in there. So chrono boosting, a lot of chrono boost. Where's that going? I have no idea what. I guess he's just chrono boosting out the mothership core. So that's good. Yeah, this is pretty timid. Nothing excited. Nothing exciting. No early pressure from either player, myself included. 'Cause obviously, I'm one of the 2 players. Let's be real here. So yeah, these Lings just hanging out on the Zelnaga Tower. We got Dark Shrine. I feel like if I scouted at all, I could easily see this whole wall in. I mean, sure, there's the turret there that like cannon will get some shots off, but ultimately it wouldn't matter too much. This drone, no idea what he's up to. Guess he just kind of missed the mineral line on his way back. Yeah, so that's something. So got a bunch of Lings there. I think they were chasing around the mothership core. Not too sure. Anyways, so there's some Lings there. We do have absolutely nothing going on. This is just droning, drones, getting the second gas, I suppose. What is all this? There's more drones. So, oh gosh, I am that player that's got like a bajillion like resources and no idea what to do with it. Not forces. I need to learn these hotkeys pretty soon. So resources, income. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. A lot of income, like double Protoss player income. Income. He has expanded. I believe that probe went right over this overlord, and I did not look at my minimap because who does that? Let's be real here. So there's an expansion going down, and I don't think. Yeah, no, I did not see it. May have seen it go by, but I did not see the expansion actually being created. He hasn't done any scouting whatsoever in my base. This Warp Prism's just kind of hanging out, doing its own thing. We do get some spine crawlers, kind of worried about defense. My first roach. Oh, goodness. Inscribe that on a stone tablet. The roaches have arrived. A good 6 minutes after the war in itself went down. Probably more than 6 minutes, let's be real. So yeah, it's just not a lot of anything going on. Got double gas on the natural, but no drones inside of it. Double gas on the main base, drones in one. More roaches still. Sending a Ling to just scout, make sure he didn't... I believe I was popping up into the natural here to see if anything exciting is going on. This is just a really boring game, but look how much money I have. Do have our first Colossus on the field, so that'll be exciting. Is it U? Units? No, that's not the button I want. G for upgrades. So the only upgrades, he does have the Forge and Twilight Council, but only upgrades he has are nothing, actually, no upgrades whatsoever. Finally, chrono boosting out that Warp Gate after he's got a Stargate. a fleet beacon on the way. He's got 4 gateways. Look at all this. Okay, so this is one thing I do know about Protoss. You do not do this and then build your warp gate. You do this and this, and then you build warp gate. Like this, and then you get warp gate immediately. Like, that's one thing I do know about playing Protoss. But whatever, it'll work. A lot of cannons on this base. I guess if I were to have seen this base at all, I could have zipped in with a pile of wings. Where's this guy going? Hey, buddy, what's your job? You're just running over to that Zelnaga tower. I think I was just playing around with hotkeys, trying to figure out how to control my units, and I really sucked at. Oh, here comes a warp prism. No units inside of it, but he is going to set it up for the warp. He's going to warp in. Dark Templars. Oh no. I have no detection whatsoever. So here comes the Dark Templars. They're going to start wailing on these drones. The drones got to get out there. Definitely hearing some get out of here stuff. What am I trying to say? So I run my roaches over here thinking, oh god, what's going on? But they're just going to wail on the roaches now, and because why not? Oh gosh, those roaches, they're just standing around. Oh man. Okay, so I realized finally, okay, there's Dark Templars. Got a Mutalisk on the field. A lot of Mutalisks on the field. That is not detection at all. So these DTs are going to go crazy on the drones while my mutas fly across the map here. Over here we've got, is this Thermal Lance? Thermal Lance on the way. So I'm going to be upgrading the Colossus if I ever get there. So maybe I must have seen the Colossus or something. I don't know. Anyways, we got the Mutalisk kind of wailing on his base while I have DTs wailing on my base. Transfuse the hatchery because might need that. Some more DTs coming in. A lot of DTs. There's a Zealot. Finally got an Overseer, so there's the detection. There we go. Gonna be killing off these DTs. Drones running for their lives. Run, drones, run. And we're good. Okay, back to mining. Or put everything in the hatchery and hang out. Come on, guys, you gotta get back to mining. You have one job. Oh no, queen, lost a queen. We're gonna lose another. There's a lot of DTs, losing all the queens. Oh no, trying to magic box, but really just running straight at the DTs and taking full damage from them. Come on, guys, kill the warp prism. Dem DTs. Oh gosh, I'm complaining about the DTs when I just left the warp prism there the entire time. So he could keep warping in. So, lost my natural. Completely lost it. Huge hit to my main. Huge. But I am sitting on nearly 5,000 minerals, so this is not going to be a problem for me at all, or it shouldn't be if I were a decent player. This base only got 5 probes, I suppose 11 with the ones on gas, so a lot of gas for that base, that's about it. Pretty solid. Looks like pretty solid saturation for this base, but doesn't look like probes are lined up too well. Maybe they are. I don't know. I'm not really too sure about how probes line up and everything. Anyways, got a lot of buildings in here. Researching shields. Do have the warp gate. Went for the tunneling claws and burrow. So I think I was planning to burrow some roaches around the map and be a sneaky scientist, but didn't really happen, so I'm just going to be chilling out, getting this expansion back up and running, getting a lot more drones. I don't even know if there's my Evo chamber, so I'm finally going to be able to get some detection. Oh gosh, this game just going so slow. He does finally expand to his natural, so he's playing the way that Zerg should be playing, where he's got 3 bases, and the opponent's just now getting his second again. And by opponent, I mean me. Oh god, this drone's just like, hey, I wish I was an SCV. I'd be repairing this roach like crazy. We would be the best of friends. But I'm not, so we aren't. So yeah, got this expansion started. He has built 2 more workers for this side, this expansion here. This probe hanging out. A lot of just buildings in here. Like, this is just buildings. Cannons, because you know what? Those mutas, they were just such a problem. I gotta build 7 cannons in my base. Oh, goodness. Oh, This is so funny to be looking back at. Okay, I just like freaked out there for a second. So I saw this little ball of light happening, and I thought he had a second fleet bacon. But that is not the case. It is a robo. He just has a warp prism. A lot, oh goodness, a lot of cannons. A lot of cannons coming in right here. Not going to be breaking this down anytime soon. Oh gosh, he's going to have to go like Colossus Air Force. Like, this is the only way he's going to get out of his main base with units, other than warp-ins, obviously. He does have an observer, I can't even talk right now. Observer coming across the field. Still, this drone is just hanging out. He probably thinks he's repairing this roach just because it's it is repairing, but this drone not really doing anything. Do have the rally point set. Where is this guy going? We are expanding again, so this is good. We'll get spotted by the observer very, very easily. Yeah, you can definitely see that for sure. So, as far as tech goes, we do have lair. This base is pretty much mined out. Got oversaturated by about 13 workers. Oh, and it's completely mined out. A lot of drones there. Maybe that's what I was noticing, is like, oh, this base is mined out, I better expand. Which is true, and I should have, but these gas still taking their time getting some drones in there. There we go. Finally getting some gas income. But yeah, I definitely should have expanded a while ago. I also should have built units a while ago. And I also should have scouted at all, because then I would have seen this easily. Just run a Ling up here, you'd see everything within the Ling's vision, and Dark Shrine's definitely right there, so I should have seen that, but this is way back in Brats. So he does have more workers queued up. He's finally starting to saturate the space, now that he's spent a bajillion monies on cannons, and a bajillion more down here. He's actually got better saturation on this base than he does on the other. Pop down a changeling. Is that changeling going to go anywhere? No, it's just hanging out. My life for ire, sending in zealots, a fair amount of them there, I suppose. These zealots going to be chasing down the observer. They're like, oh man, if only I could jump, or I had a jetpack, or a gun, or anything to attack air units. These psi blades aren't as exciting as I thought they'd be. That is a lot of eyeballs on the overseer there. I had never noticed that before. I knew they were kind of gross and blobby looking, but I didn't realize those were all eyeballs. So yeah, those zealots just going to be hanging out at that party. This observer just going to be observing this expansion. Do we have more units coming out? Is anything happening? Not really sure. We do have upgrades, gravitic drive, and graviton catapult. I have no idea what those do. I am not a Protoss player. I should know those things, but I don't. So finally deciding to creep spread. I do have a lot of units. I built a lot of units finally. I have an army. It exists. Not going to see this observer apparently. Just going to throw this giant army, and I'm like, wow, look at all this money. I better make an army. So I guess I tried to do that. Building more lings. I don't even know if I have the larva to sustain this. No larva injects coming out, so that's definitely good. Oh my gosh, I totally saw those zealots. Let's kill them. Send in the whole army for those zealots. That's exactly how overpowered zealots are. You have to have a whole army. It's just not going to work otherwise. So sending in the air units, coming in for the mineral line, running right in range of the cannons. No micro at all whatsoever. Just kind of attack moving in that direction. Observers, because they don't attack, if you just attack move somewhere, they're just going to fly straight in and be the first ones there and be the first ones to die. So if you need detection at all, oh gosh, oh, the thermal lance, 2 Colossi with a cannon wall, just annihilating all those Zerglings. What was I thinking? Oh, those Zerglings. I did manage to get the pylons though. The pylons went down, so the cannons are gone, but he does have this wall, which is free hits for these Colossi, and oh goodness. So a lot more Zerglings coming in, 7 more mutas, goodness gracious. I do finally have some decent saturation on this base. Still mining gas here, no upgrades. We do have a queen happening. We're going to be upgrading to Overlord transport, but I'm pretty sure I didn't drop because I don't do that, nor do I remember having ever done that. and better idea than dropping would be a Nidus worm, which I did not tech up for. I could get one, but I didn't. Do have spore crawlers. I guess those DTs were just too much for me. No detection over here. The mobile detection of the overseers is really nice. So I believe I'm just gonna be hanging out. Do I seriously not see this? No, I definitely see it. It's right there. And I've got mutas. They're just get it, guys. Come on now. Like, that observer is just observing his impending doom, and it's not really all that impending because I'm just observing. I am overseeing his observations. But anyways, so I still have not scouted the space, so I do not know he's mining there. He does have better saturation than before, still not the best it could be, even less saturation here because he put them into gas. So he's not building probes, a giant pile of them hanging out here. They can't do anything at all. These probes are useless unless they break a wall, or he specifically micros into a warp prism and drops a warp prism. We do have some void rays and some carriers on the field. I positively, absolutely, bedibbly despise carriers with a passion. Because they just destroy the AI of anything trying to attack it with all those interceptors flying around. And so I guess I'm just going to pile in a bunch of links, because mutiling, why not? I'd probably be better with banelings, but oh, finally see the overseer. So he has definitely scouted everything. I'm sure he must know that I've expanded there because I've got a third base now. Anyways, still not too much going on here. A lot of links, 42 links coming out. 42 on like every base. Goodness, I must be just trying to max out here, which I appear to have done. Do I have any overlords, excuse me? I've got 6 coming on the field, so that's good. I need to spend this money. Like, look at this. I've got almost 5,000 minerals, over 1,000 gas. He's doing a better job of spending his minerals, but he's got 3,000 gas. Insane amount of gas. Big attack going in here. I seem to just fly straight in and attack everything. So a lot of mutas here. Unfortunately, those carriers are just going to annihilate the mutas. Nothing really that mutas can do against carriers. I sent all those carriers in to attack those, or all those mutas in to attack that one carrier, and I didn't manage to pick it off. I must not have been clicking correctly, which is usually the case. So with all this money and no army, what do I decide to do? Reroute, re-rally, apparently nothing, because I have... He's got 0 APM whatsoever. I have very little APM. So I saw all these air units. I'm like, corruptors, that's got to be the way to go, right? So, sure enough, let's get some corruptors. Unfortunately, all out of gas. What are we going to do? Let's build some lings. A lot of lings coming out. 26 lings, just trying to rebuild this army. Need, like, maybe just one more overlord to get me up to that 200. Then just need to larva inject. I need to expand. I've got a lot of money for it. I need to tech up to stuff. I need to just get stuff at this point. That's about it. Yep, just I did get a macro hatch, so more larva. That's good. Going to be able to rebuild that army. Do need a lot more corruptors than this, because he's got all this. Like, corruptors would just destroy this. Destroys this, destroys these. The only thing I'd have to worry about would be the stalkers on the ground, and there's, at the moment, there's only 2. So I just need a lot more corruptors than that. Mutas, kind of not worth it at this point. They're good for harass. I probably should have tried to split these off and counterattack. I probably should have, you know, like, discovered this base at all. But that's not the case. So, what do we got going on here? We do have attack 1 for a lot of Zerglings coming out, 36 Zerglings. And I'm going to get the hive finally. Big warp in over here with the prism. Got a lot of stalkers coming in. Just decided to send these overseers and corruptors in, because why not? Corruptors are going to be able to take out that the warp prism, no problem. Everything else going to show up. Do lose a muta there. I think I may have lost an overseer. Come on, guys, finish off that stalker. There you go. Now, re-rally. So many Zerglings. These Zerglings are going to do nothing against this Air Force. These Zerglings are just their tankiness. A lot of expensive tankiness, because how many do we have here? 3 full pages. Let's see, what is that? 8 times 3, 24 times 3, 60, 72. 74 Zerglings on the field. I guess I could have just looked at units. 74 Zerglings on the field. So huge ground army, getting really good. This is actually pretty decent composition with my army. What do I decide to do with it here? I run it around the map, aimlessly. Where are we going with this army? We are running straight into his army with it. Muta's going to be the first thing to tank. Overseer's going to run right into the cannons, die immediately. Nothing those Overseers are really doing. Zergling's just sprinting around the two stalkers on the ground. Zergling's just going to sprint at the cannon wall and die. A lot of corruptors coming out. I should have just had corruptors and roaches. Like these interceptors are just annihilating these corruptors. I don't even know what's going on. The AI is just uncanny. I should have if I microed at all, I easily could have taken out all of these big air units, but apparently I just attack moved. I am going to expand over here, get my 4th base, so I will finally be up on a base. As far as production goes, I'm down to 45 supplies, so let's see, I've thrown 3 armies at this wall? 2 armies. 3 armies. I'm not really sure. I've thrown a lot of units at this wall unsuccessfully. I did get the pylons the first time, but the second time everything just... I mean, the first time everything just died after I got the pylons. Like, the cannons don't even have to be shooting at anything. These 2 Colossi are the guardians of Gahul, or... I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyways, these are the... how many kills do these guys? 59 kills and 48 kills on these 2 Colossi. Oh, goodness. They're just annihilating those Zerglings. It's insane. So, Carrier's getting quite a few kills themselves. This one's got 24. Oh, goodness. It's insane. So, basically, I suppose my mentality for this was build an army, throw it at attack move at his base. That's apparently what I was doing this game. So I am going to be expanding again. This expansion's finally done. Do I have a queen heading over there? Yes, I do. That's wonderful and exciting and fabulous. Am remembering to inject larvae on these guys. More corruptors. I'm still building mutalisks. Like, at this point, mutalisks, I should just have stopped building them. They're only good for harassing mineral lines at this point. And which I can't even do very well, other than maybe this one, because there's no cannons over here. This one, which I still have not discovered, has got cannons surrounding the whole thing, completely mined out at this point. This one, I could fly some mutas in here, kill some pylons, but not too much I'll be able to do there. I could fly the mutas around, try and get the Colossi down. A lot of drones transferring over here, so just trying to get my income back on the ground. This guy, like, ooh, got the mothership done. Camouflaging the entire army there. As far as my army goes, this is it. There's my army. I am finally building more stuff. I'm apparently deciding to creep spread at this point. Like, oh yeah, that's something Zerg does. I better creep spread. So I'm creep spreading in this direction, creep spreading in that direction. Just trying to connect my bases here. He could just win. Like, he could have won after I lost my last army. He may have been able to win after I lost my first army. A lot of building drones, because why not? My army's big enough, right? I think so. Probably not. I need more in my army there. Anyways, how many drones do I have at this point? Not as much as I should have. I usually try to get... Oh, these drones, what are you guys doing? There's no rally point set. No, the drones. Come on, guys. Get to work. You need that money. Make the money, don't let the money make you. Change the game, don't let the game change you. So, huge saturation over here. I decided to send 36 to the one base. Why? Who knows? But, I still don't have too much of an army. He is finally sending out. I do need, or moving out, excuse me. I do need to get units ASAP. Production, let's see here. I'm getting Overseers and Overlords. Just trying to get... Apparently I just decided Detection's what I need, which would work very well against this army. However, I believe it would be better to just kill down, focus down the mothership and then kill everything. She does have the energy for Mastery Call Time Warp. As far as upgrades go, we do have 2 on the shields, 2 on the attack, no armor, it's just shields and attack. So that is rather annoying. But those, so he's got a health pool, but he does not have much defense for it, which I suppose is probably pretty good. Let's see, the corruption just increased damage, so I guess it doesn't actually shred armor, it's just damage increase, so it still would have been good to get armor, for sure. So this base, I don't even know what's going on here. Hydras, I am getting Hydras on the field, so there is a step in the right direction. As far as income goes, my income is still massively more than... Oh, I do discover this expansion, sending in a lot of lings, gonna take this out no problem. Speedlings for the win. Yeah, those probes don't stand a chance. Denying this base, if I would have only denied this base, life would have been much easier. He's sending out his whole army, the Air Force income. The Air Force, they are sending... Oh, Muta's going first, taking a lot of damage, sending in lings, roaches. Those ground units are completely worthless at this point. Nothing I'll be able to do with those. I do have corruptors. Nope, lost them all. So as far as production goes, not producing anything. I just call the GG right there. I did not have an army to fight that to begin with because I threw 2 of them away at his wall. GG, too much air. Yep, too much air and not enough. Not even too much air, just not enough anti-air. So that was that game. A lot of derp from me. He does build that expansion there at the end, but ultimately I need to play better. I pretty much just kind of handed him, let's see, is it lost? There we go, resources lost. He beat me by 22,000 minerals. Oh, lordy. 2,000 minerals, people. That is very Bronze League. Very bronze. So, yeah, anyways, that was that game. That was, I just want to, let's see, where'd that first... Is it right here? Dem DTs. Complaining about the TZs. What's the speed up button? Here we go. Oh, goodness. Let's go... we're going to go, let's see, player camera C. So 1, C. This is what I'm doing the whole time here. And then we're going to speed it up. Get to that wall in, everyone. So he still doesn't have anything. Let's skip ahead here. Wait for this first wall to happen. Come on. So the wall exists. I haven't thrown a pile of stuff at it yet. So anyway, so let's speed this up. It's going along here somewhere. So I did see this. So I sent it an overseer. I saw that. I was like, all right, guys, he's got a base. We got to stop that. Let's stop it. Come on, guys. Let's build our army and let's go. Saw those DTs, excuse me, those zealots hanging out over there, sending in the army. They're like, my life for ire, except not really. We're just gonna die. That's a lot of sending the whole army for those units. And then that whole probe moving up in this direction. I guess I was just checking the expansion. Yep. Just wanted to see if he was there. He is not there. So no need to worry about that. Could have just harassed the mineral line. Like these mutas, I didn't even need to send in the whole army. I could have just harassed the mineral line. But what did I do? I sent them right over all the cannons. So that was my first mistake. Okay, running them all away. I have my whole army selected. No micro whatsoever. What do I decide to do here? This is a pretty big army. Let's go. Let's just do it. Let's just go. So here we go. We're going, and this is what's happening. We're getting this. We're attack moving, trying to kill that pylon, trying to stop all this DPS from the. Oh gosh, this is just awful. These Zerglings are like, why? Why do you do this to us? No. It burns. Oh goodness gracious. So there's one army down, but then we skip along here. What do? I build another army. And what happens with that army? Let's find out. So speed it up. Speed. Speedlings in hyperspeed. Ridiculous. So sending in the next army here, checking the expansion, not seeing it. Didn't scout over here. This other expansion way over here is still alive and running. Why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So it wasn't broken, so let's just run in all of those Zerglings. So I just attack moved in the base. I'm trying to macro up, so that's A for effort, but because I'm not microing, I do not realize that my whole army has been annihilated. Finally do pop up there, only to realize, oh look, carriers. I guess I'll just leave these guys on the attack move command and let them do their thing. Resources lost, skyrocketing there. I'm now 10,000 resources behind. But at the same time, I am. Oh, is there a total resources? That would be spending. I've spent so much on army, so much on everything. EPM actions per minute. Something per minute. Why do I not know what EPM is? Anyways, so that was about it. Just losing that whole army there. Let's back up and watch that second one die. That was a bit too... Oh, come on. Play. Faster. So, the army... My army exists. Kill the observer. Sending him up. Okay. Here it comes. So, attack move into the base. Now, I'm going crazy. Gonna macro now. This is how you play Zerg well. You send in the army, and then you inject all that larva, get your second army coming in, start doing stuff. A lot of units here, easily going to be able to take this all out if I were paying attention, but I wasn't, so I didn't. These mutas, they needed to kill the Colossi. That is what those mutas needed to do. Kill the Colossus, win that fight. Those Colossi, the heroes of tomorrow, are those two Colossi. Just raking. Oh look, more Zerglings. Come hang out in our lasers, guys. That'll help us. Oh man, so many Zerglings down the drain. So many Zerglings. Oh gosh, this is a painful game. Not even sure why I chose to cast this one as my first cast ever. Yes, that's right, first cast ever. So hopefully that was fun and enjoyable for everybody, as enjoyable as it was for me. I will give you a little bit of an update. I am considerably better than this. This was kind of one of the earlier games in my journey up the ladder, but I have finally been promoted to silver, and then I stopped playing for weeks because I am addicted to Skyrim. But I need to get back into this, so this cast happening, I'm already really excited about Starcraft again, so hopefully I'll get some more exciting games in there for you. Less bronze ones, because I have a very, very basic grasp of what I need to be doing now, so there's less derping. Derping still exists in Silver League for sure. A lot of derping on my part. A lot of derping everywhere, but I'm learning, I'm getting better, and that's good. So hopefully you all liked it. I suppose this will be going up on my YouTube channel, the only way you'd be able to watch this. So subscribe down below if you want to see more. Comments as well. As much feedback as I can possibly get would be fabulous. And yeah, you guys are all great for watching, and I'll see you guys later.